Hello and welcome to High Vibe Astrology. This is Jennifer. I wanted to do a quick video on the summer solstice, which in my little part of the world occurs around 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And I decided to read this as an event chart or horary chart, incorporating the angles today. Most of the time I don't talk about the angles because everyone lives in a different location and it's the aspects more than the angles that apply to all. But I'm giving myself permission, since I am acting as the voice of these universal energies as I see it, and I wanted to pass that along to you. You do, of course, always have the option of taking what resonates and leaving the rest behind. So for starters, I am drawn to the midheaven, where, of course, we have Gemini intercepted in the 10th house, Sagittarius intercepted on the opposite end in the 4th house. We have Sedna on the midheaven in Gemini, right on the cusp of that 10th house. What I find interesting about this configuration is that intercepted signs are analogous to the North Node energy because it represents uncharted territory. Signs that are intercepted represent energies for which we have had no role model, no one to lead us or guide us. We've had to start from ground zero and learn as we went along, forging a brand new pathway for ourselves. And so with Gemini and Sagittarius on this axis, both being intercepted, there is a message here of remembering as a collective human family that we are in brand new territory right now. And Sedna, just having entered Gemini on June 15th, is a major part of us embracing that brand new perspective. I think it's also interesting that Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And of course, we have Jupiter in Taurus right now, working in union with the North Node in Taurus, calling us literally to a brand new experience of peace, prosperity, step-by-step approach to building a brand new legacy on Earth. Now with Sedna, those of you who tune into this channel regularly have heard me say repeatedly that I view Sedna as that third symbol of Scorpio. So, of course, with the North Node in Taurus, we have the Scorpio South Node. And I believe that Sedna is here to help us find and express that third symbol of Scorpio, which is the eagle, which is helping us to get to that North Node. Now, some astrologers that I've talked to believe that the phoenix is the highest symbol of Scorpio rather than the eagle, simply because the phoenix is mystical and not of this earth. I hold a very different viewpoint. I believe that the eagle is the highest octave of Scorpio precisely because it is of the earth. The phoenix describes those intense encounters, those intense experiences of death and rebirth that all Scorpios find themselves going through. After a while, these extreme highs and lows can become very exhausting. So let's say you rise to the level of Phoenix after a symbolic death, and you forget what you've just gone through. You're on that high, you're soaring, you're the Phoenix again, enjoying your rebirth. But it's upon forgetting what you have just been through that you fall into that pattern again of repeating the same mistakes. And this is that endless cycle of the death and rebirth that the Phoenix goes through. It's easy to be spiritual, quote unquote, when you haven't experienced or when you have forgotten what you have experienced with regard to the major challenges we face as human beings on this planet. On the other hand, when you do remember, when you can see all that you've been through, when you can honor your journey for all that it's brought to you in the way of wisdom or a new perspective, when you can cultivate that inner peace, then you have truly graduated to the eagle status. You are in the world, but not of it. So despite all that you've endured, you still make the conscious choice to be on this earth journey, but with a brand new higher perspective. With Sedna on the midheaven in this chart, this is, I feel, Sedna coming into the public collective mind as Sedna in Gemini represents. But Sedna's energy is helping us dissolve 3D constructs of a rational mind that can only see two options, the black and white options. Sedna is reminding us that there is always a spiritual perspective, and that when we go within and cultivate that inner peace, when we remember our divine and cosmic connection, our divine and cosmic origin, there is always that miraculous option that comes out of the blue that spirit is driving us to. And if we can stay heart-centered and trust that we are being divinely guided, no matter what is happening in the external world or what the appearances look like, there is always something else for us to choose. And if we just stay in the moment and we trust divine guidance and our intuitive instincts, we will find that third solution. And it will be miraculous, and it will lead us to that Taurus North Node of peace and prosperity. So at the summer solstice, with the sun's ingress into tropical Cancer, that is the message I really wanted to share with you. And the aspects that are slightly different from the Gemini new moon we just had a few days ago, those will be addressed in the affirmations and frequencies that follow. So with that, I will leave you with my gratitude for being on this planet and on this earth journey with me and contributing to our collective remembering of our true divine and cosmic origin. Until next time, wishing you well. This is Jennifer. Moon, Venus, and Mars for the conjunction. The divine masculine and feminine polarities now unite in the heart center and heal the individual and collective inner child, restoring innocence, play, optimism, and magic. Moon and Jupiter for the square. Expanded emotional expression is facilitating the healing of our individual and collective inner child, bringing with it many more opportunities for abundance. And Saturn, Moon and Saturn for the quincunx. I now easily blend my creative endeavors with a brand new structure that honors the divine feminine energies of imagination, intuition, instincts, and mystery. Mercury and Mars for the sextile. Youthful energy and optimism now permeate all that I think, all that I speak, and the action I take in the world. Sun and Pluto for the quincunx. The power of divine presence permeates my entire life and flows forth from my being to benefit those around me. Sedna and Uranus for the conjunction. The world is awakening from a deep slumber, and I facilitate that process by honoring my entire journey, the dark as well as the light, consciously choosing the path of inner peace and trust.